Hello, everybody, and welcome to Beyond the TARDIS, a brand new show here on the Nonsense Media Club YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Brian Chevre. For those that are coming in new, thank you so much for joining us here on the Nonsense Media Club YouTube channel. We do videos talking about our favorite things in the world, video games, anime, movies, and all that stuff. I also do movie reviews on Nonsense Reviews. I also have a podcast on the Nonsense Media Club podcast feed. I try to do a little bit of everything around here. And I wanted to have a shot at talking about my favorite show of all time, which is, of course, Doctor Who. And before we go into talking about the 60th anniversary trailer and what I thought about it, let me introduce to you the start of my Whovian adventure. I started watching the show about 10 years ago, back around my last year in high school. One of my friends, Ramseli, used to talk about the show a lot. The series was around season 7 at that point, series 7. And during the summer vacation before the last year of high school started, I got a little curious, so I went through YouTube and started looking at Doctor Who videos. And I got intrigued to as to what I saw, and I started watching it. I started with Rose, and I've been obsessed ever since. Facebook reminded me actually that it was 10 years ago that I was in the final few episodes of Series 7, and I got up to date around this time, this week, 10 years ago. So that was thrilling, and I was ready for the 50th anniversary special. And it's been a great adventure ever since. I love every aspect of Doctor Who, whether it's good or bad. I love all of the Doctors. I dabbled a little bit through some adventures with the classic Who Doctors. Hopefully, I'm able to revisit those in the future. But every single actor who's played this marvelous character, they brought something to the role, and I love everything that they brought to the role because they made it as iconic as it is today. And I love all Doctors. I don't have favorites, but if I'm a little biased, I'm a little bit of a 12 Doctor Peter Capaldi stan. So yeah, I love all Doctors equally, though. I don't think there's been a bad Doctor. There's been bad stories, of course, not so good ones, yeah. But everyone has brought something to the table to this role, and to me, every single one of the actors who have had the opportunity to play this role has brought some richness into this character. So I'm always looking forward to see who plays this role. I'm always gonna look forward to the next series of Doctor Who. I love it that much. So yeah, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the 60th anniversary special trailer, and it was amazing. I love the fact that Russell T Davies is coming back to Doctor Who after Chibnall left the show, and he's bringing in David Tennant. He's bringing Catherine Tate back, and we saw footage of the 3 specials. We've seen Neil Patrick Harris. We've seen him playing the Toymaker finally revealed, and Kate Stewart, Rose, and many, many more. And I have to say, I love the trailer. I've been watching it nonstop ever since it got released because it looks so much different to what we saw in the 13th Doctor era. One of my main worries, but kind of stupid, I know, is the fact that they could ignore what happened before then, because it's a bit of an opportunity if you bring back David Tennant and Catherine Tate to their role to these roles. You could have used this point in time to make this like some sort of a soft reboot to the show, and I think that would have been a mistake. But the fact that Russell T Davies has been explicit saying that this does not ignore what happened before. Yes, I know there's been a lot of controversies towards the story decisions that Chibnall took in the last few series. I'm overjoyed that we still see the 13th Doctor TARDIS design, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more than that. I'm not gonna ask too much of it, and I think bringing David Tennant back as the 14th Doctor, I was a little sour at the beginning when they first announced, because I was a little suspicious. They announced that David Tennant and Catherine Tate were coming back for three special episodes. I was expecting them eventually to announce other previous doctors like Matt Smith or Peter Capaldi or Christopher Eccleston, as unlikely as that is. But as the months went by, I started to believe they were going to do something rather different at the end of Jodie Whittaker's final episode. And they did. They made David Tennant the 14th Doctor. And I wasn't that big on that decision, but I understood why Russell T Davies took it. And then seeing the few trailers that we had before, this one got me a little excited because while the 12th Doctor is on top when it comes to my favorite portrayals of the character, my favorite Doctor companion interactions of the new Who Doctors was always David Tennant and Catherine Tate's 10th Doctor and Donna. So having them back and playing off on that duo, I was excited to see what they were gonna do in the specials, and quite a lot, as it seems. They're bringing in the Celestial Toymaker, which is a classic Who villain from the early days of Doctor Who. They're adapting some comic books that I don't know about, which seems interesting too. But yeah, it seems that the stakes are high in this trailer. The production value, they seem to have quite a bit of a better budget than before. I love the visuals of the trailer. I love that the stakes are pretty much high. Something that like the TARDIS running away from something very evil. I cannot wait to see what that is. I think that was footage from the second of the 3 specials, which nobody knows too much about. So that has me a little intrigued. And Neil Patrick Harris, I love Neil Patrick Harris, and I loved him on the series of Unfortunate Events Netflix adaptation, and he was fantastic in that show. So seeing him as the baddie on this one I'm excited. I'm very excited, and having Unit back, I love the character of Kate Stewart. I love her interacting with the other doctors, and we haven't. It hasn't been long since we last saw her in The Power of the Doctor, which to me is one of the best of the 13 Doctor stories. I love that episode. And yeah, I cannot wait to see what they do with this. I cannot wait to see as well how the 15th Doctor, the upcoming Doctor in Gatwa, how is he going to play into these specials? Is he going to be on the last episode? Is it going to be like a continuous story between the 3 episodes? It's going to be a very interesting. And there's this shot in the last trailer where when we see the 15th Doctor in some strange background. People are saying that's the Edge that was introduced in the last episode, The Power of the Doctor. Hopefully so. That I think one of the best things that happened in the Chibnall era is the Guardians of the Edge. This is a way to bring back other Doctors into the fold in a very different way, not making them exactly part of the actual story, but making them like a small part within the Doctor, and that would be a great way to bring in the modern Doctor, since we already saw the classic ones in the past one. So yeah, hopefully they do play with that little thing from the last series a little bit more. I cannot wait to see if there are modern Doctors in the special, to see them in those on those garbs and all. A little bit of hope for me to see Peter Capaldi playing the Doctor again. So I know he said in the past that he's not that big of a fan of multi-Doctor stories, but a little hope. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to keep you long. Those are my thoughts on the anniversary trailer. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see it. Hopefully, I'll be reviewing these specials one in one, or maybe all of them like in one episode. Hopefully, I have someone around here on the Beyond the TARDIS show. So, anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much for joining me. You can find me on social media at @DBrianChevrolet everywhere: Threads, Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever. @DBrianChevrolet, and of course, follow the Nonsense Media Club everywhere else. And please do subscribe and stick around, because this is not the end of my journey in the Doctor Who world. So yeah, see you around.